wanted to bring a testimony where I sat down with a lawmaker, with one of these entities as a lawyer representing them or as a consultant. It just has not happened. So this is not true, and this is not correct. They have never represented the National Fisheries Authority. They have never represented the Liberian Telecommunications Authority. They have never represented NASCO. Senator Savings and Loan is a private business that I divested in 2023 when I became Speaker. They do have a retainer relationship with the central bank, and I think that has been for 3 years, is what they said. They have never represented Rabat International Airport. They have never represented the National Port Authority. They have never represented the National Oil Company of Liberia. They do have a relationship with B Mountain Company. They have never represented the Western Cluster.
Members who were running behind the process of your payment alerted us that things had stalled. So I responded, I would handle it in the morning. While on my way to the central bank, I got notification that the offices were blocked, the staffers were agitated. I came on the grounds, I myself got agitated. Because in all we do, even in our grievances, we have to act lawfully. Always. The reason we have a democracy in a peaceful country is because when people are aggrieved, there's an arbitrator that handles it. It's called the courts. We do not take the law into our own hands. Somebody called me to say, oh, people say you don't print money. If I made any remark today that was offensive, I'm sorry, but I'm really irritated.
I did not back up from the process, and I did not support anyone. What I can tell you, the process has been dollarized. Even people that committed themselves to us refused to nominate us. So we were still not tall because we know people like us, the legislators, would not want to see us in leadership because there are things we stand for and we will never back down. Viva, 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 Choco, Abebe, viva! Viva! Viva, 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 consistent Choco, viva! Viva! Viva, 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 the last month, the need for viva! Viva! Don't let our party, don't let! Manda! 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 Viva, 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 our party, viva! Viva! Viva, 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 egalitarianism, viva! Viva! Viva, 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 academic freedom, viva! Viva! Manda! Do you think the president, Joseph Imam Boyka, wants to turn the state into a police republic where people will not be allowed to freely express themselves? We want to say to the president of the Republic of Liberia, the Constitution of this republic has given us the right, it has guaranteed us, and every Liberian citizen, it has given us the right to assemble whenever there are issues. When the happiness of the Liberian people comes in conflict with whatsoever decision, it is a responsibility of the Liberian people under Article 7 of the Liberian Constitution to get out peacefully to seek redress. And so we were operating in the bailiwick of the Constitution of the Republic. And as we're very peaceful, we saw the action on the part of the police, that unnecessary action on the part of the police, the entrances, invaded the university campus, and chased our militants. But we are here and want to send out this message to the president. In as much we are aware of the too many blunders, the too many missteps and mistakes coming from the executive mansion, we want to say to you, Mr. President, you must take serious the issue that is at bay at the University of Liberia. You must ensure that you intervene into whatsoever situation that is currently happening at the university.
I see in the next few months a noisy country, a very noisy country, rowdy country, a heavily divided country, a very tough economy, a sense of elitism by those who are coming at the hem of authority. The coming in of the Unity Party is going to multiply the economic woes, the economic conundrum, the economic quagmire, the suffering of the Liberian people is going to multiply. We are not prophets of doom, but the reality will come.
That is still on trial and error. So let me say thank you so very kindly that you joining us for the show this afternoon. Real Talk on Kings 88.5 with me, Sam Andrews. Can serve you more than we are. We've got the issues to talk about as they unfold on a daily basis. The speaker issue just can't go down. But it's not a priority on the show today. But we'll talk about it. Thank you all again. Let's acknowledge those of you who have come on. Time is of the essence. Solowat Kosia, you've come on from your comfort zone. You said Gardnersville, New Georgia Estate. Abu A. Kabal, you are following from Marshall Highway. Thank you ever so much for coming on. Jackson C. Pony of Iron Factory, Block C community. You are following Emmanuel Richardson. You've come on from Corwell. You say hi, good afternoon to you. Good to have you on the show. Rufus Divine Brooks of Iron Factory also, you've come on. Thank you ever so much. Hope that you are having a wonderful time along with your chairman who has just come on, Rico Cannibal, as he's widely known. Thank you guys for coming on. Gabriel Mann, you are following from your residence in Broadville. Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you all. This is the show, Real Talk. We talk it real, imputing no sentiment into it against nobody, but an obligation to the country. It's all about nationalism and patriotism. Mark James, you've come on from Ganta City, Nima County. Good to have you on. God favor. It's God favor Lawrence Thomas. You are following from, what you said, 19th Street. David Gawolo, you've come on from Freeport. Augusta J.K. Cannon, you are following from Freetown, Sierra Leone. Tina Cooper, good to have you on. You are following from Denver, Colorado, the United States of America. William Bajibo, you are following from where you didn't say, but you said good, great show. Thank you ever so much. Good to have you on. Who else? My dear sister, you Montreal Kringa, you've come on. Dwight, my southeastern sister. Good to have you people on there from the United States of America, Minnesota. Morris Barkley, you are following from VOA Junction. Ruben Cannon, you are following from Gardnersville. Who else? Heron Laporte, Dest Door. You've come on from Logan Town, outside Morovia, you said. Aaron Ngafwan, you are following from Vonjeman City, Lofa County. Willem Pajibo, you've come on. Ishmael and David, you are on. You didn't say, but it's good to have you on. That is the most important thing. Jack Camo, you are following from Mamba Point, Pangpa Massaque. You've come on from Bernard Farm, Painesville, Sylvester Silent Senior. You are following from Pennsylvania, the United States of America. Can appreciate you guys the more for coming on the show, Real Talk. Alison Sumo, Painesville, you're following from. And Favor L. Morris, you are watching from London, the UK. All right. Thank you all for coming on. We acknowledge you as you come on. Today is the 23rd of October. We find ourselves in the mystery country called Liberia. And the issues are unfolding, and we can't help but talk them. We've got the incident that occurred today around the Gardnersville area, the first of its kind. History was made. We consider it that way. The University of Liberia doctoral program. We will talk about that. And then the speaker, he was very adamant that he wouldn't resign. He termed everything against him as a syndicate, a ploy, but that dialogue is the best way forward, that he felt betrayed. Hold on, we'll talk about that also. But I want to start briefly, just in passing, about the telecom sector of our country. The two GSM companies have to step up to the plate. And the Liberia Telecommunications Authority also, in concert with them, will have to do something. It is my understanding, and I do not know about you, but every time it rains and the rain extends, there's a problem with the network. I experience difficulty with both Lone Star and Telecom. I do not know about you, so I cannot be definitive with you. But probably if I open the line, you can share your thoughts. But I just felt it's necessary to send out this alarm that they need to do something. It can't be like this all of the time. Even though our market is small, the commerce is not as large as other countries around us and beyond. So we can have 3, 4 GSM companies. But with the two that we have, I think they enjoy a good monopoly. Hence, they have to be effective enough. They have to be effective. It can be all of the time. They're sending subscribers messages. We are experiencing this. We beg you. Please understand. Our technicians are working on it. It will be solved soon. No, we have to graduate from that thing. You people are just two in this market. The telecom sector, you people are just two, Telecom and Lone Star. It can be all of the time. Either Telecom is having problem, and Lone Star is on. Lone Star is having problem, Telecom is on. All the two GSM companies, they have a problem. And then they say, Telecom and Lone Star, we are working together to have the problem. And then they will put it on fiber optic cable. Oh, come on, man. Just stop. You people are only two. In other countries, they have more than two. You people are enjoying monopoly. There should be no problem with us in this country with anything, the telecom sector, despite our low population or the market. No. That is why you can get another GSM company in 3, another one 4, another one 5. There's going to be a confusion. The telecom experts, they know what I'm talking about. So with the two of you in the sector and the regulator, LTA, you have to do something professionally so that we don't continue to experience these things. We know that we are all humans and no one is error-free, but you cannot be mechanical in all of the things all of the time. So you work on it, You work on it. Because it does a number of things. It affects people in different ways. You try to make an emergency call, you can go through. Someone try to get to you from the other side or to get something going or to give an emergency information, nothing happening. Nothing. And you guys sit there and you think that everybody should sympathize or empathize with you people. It is only in Liberia that people take these things for granted. In other countries, like we see, we hear, we read, we are aware of, you pay thousands of millions of dollars to subscribers. But yet this is a joke place. This is why I often refer to this country as a mystery country. We take everything for joke. Nothing serious, nothing bother the people in the respective areas. So I hope that you will take cue and try to do something as quickly as we can so that we don't continue to experience it. So let's start with what unfolded today. An unfortunate situation. Our condolences, the institution Kings FM 88.5 condolences to those people who lost their life, died, and a sympathy that those who in hospital will get the treatment and recovered. No one wants accident. No one wishes himself or herself death. Nothing unfortunate. Anybody wishes for himself or herself. But no one knows the future. No one knows tomorrow. Every one of us makes plan. We say we're going to this place. We draw up plans. We get ready to execute the plan. But we do not know what lies ahead of us. Only God knows. Everybody, every day. Even we go on praying. We pray for 10 minutes, 25 minutes, 30 minutes, and something still happen. And sometimes you wonder why. Didn't I pray to God, then I am involved in accident? Didn't I read my Bible? Did I not read the Quran? Did I not read the Shema? Then why this situation has crossed my path? You ask that question, and it's a very important question to ask. But the mystery is no one knows the future. Those people did not know that they were going to die today. They did not know that they were going to get involved in a terrible accident around the Batnersville, Keba area. Kings FM 88.5, condolences again to the bereaved family, and hope that those who are injured can recover so that they continue their living. But it was a terrible situation, accident. It was a nasty accident, nasty. It was a nasty one. We are told that a couple of individuals died. I saw the scene, the accident scene. Forget about the vehicle being beyond repair. If the accident vehicle is beyond repair, then imagine the flesh, bones, blood in it. Those who die, you can tell that they were mashed, to say it the Liberian way. Look at the accident scene. Just get there. Terrible. They did not know they were going to die. Our prayers are with them, the families, friends, institution, whatever they may have been working with or doing the business. I know what the families are going through right now. Please keep them in your prayers. It's terrible. Nobody wants it. They did not know. You never know. I'm sitting behind this microphone talking. I'm excited, spirited, motivated. I have made plans, but I do not know what's going to happen beyond the microphone. Only God knows. Only God. That is why we are told that in everything we just entrust our lives in His hands. And I can see why James would say in James chapter 4, what is your life? It is like a vapor. And then the writer of Proverbs will say in Proverbs 27, do not boast of the future, because you do not know. Why God will say that to us? However, he has the final say, he knows. But our condolences to those people again. It was terrible, nasty, bad off. That identical place, listen, I've gone to that place many times. That identical area, Batnersville, Keba, I am there. I've been there many times, that identical area, from the day they got through with that road, accident started. And I'm not putting this on anything traditional, no. The road wasn't paved for years. Accidents were not on that road. If ever they had accident on that road, it will be very, very minor that will cause no death, as we have seen, heard over the years. From the moment that road, the pavement of that road was done, accident came into being. And you know why? Everybody moving now, excessive speed. Everybody moving with excessive speed. Foop, foop, foop. On top of it, you have those drivers who think because they are in an object, an able-bodied object, large object, so they should speed. That identical place, that curve going, see the trucks running over there. I'm not putting blame on them, but everybody knows, and I know, because I've been around that many times. We have seen things around there, even right at Keba Junction. Those guys, when they're coming in, when they're going in or they're coming out, as if the road for day and low, they have no time to be cautious that a child might be crossing, an older person might be crossing, another vehicle might be crossing. I have the advantage because I'm driving truck, so let me take my time to move and get out. They will not think that way. They feel that they have the road for them. Therefore, nobody should be on the road. No car. Those guys, you see them moving with excessive speed. Too many times they ran into people over there. Too many times they lost control. Too many times they ran into bike riders. And you heard that, oh, the people set the truck ablaze. They set the car ablaze, angry mob, the residents of the area. It's because of that. The guys riding those heavy-duty trucks will have to be cautious. They will have to take their time. They have the advantage, but it doesn't say they can die. You have the advantage, you will move with excessive speed, you will run into other people. Sometimes you escape, but it doesn't say that you're off. Something else might happen. Because once it is an accident, just stop. You can run to a nearby, because I know we find ourselves in a disgruntled society, a society that the people move to react without trying to be careful. So you want to move. That is why some people, when they hit a person or there is a serious accident, they run to the police station as the safe haven so that the matter can be resolved. There are people in this time, they hit people. They hit a person died right there. But what happened? They ran to the police station and reported himself or herself, and the police took advantage, went on the scene, and make sure that everything was sorted out. Some would not do that. They will run because, one, they fear angry mob. 2, they will not want to take responsibility. And I think the last one is why most of the people will move on the driver or that vehicle to burn it. Because too many times they knock people down and they move on. That road is a delicate place. I think they need speed breaker. Public Works will have to go there and look at it good. I don't think it is in the interest of Public Works to hear accidents over there repeatedly. They need to get some speed breakers over there. When you find a place or when you come to, when it is clear that accidents always taking place here, and it's all because people run with excessive speed and there is a curve, then you move in. No one can prevent accident. That's why they say accident. It can occur unknown to everybody, even unknown to the person himself or herself. It's something that is beyond human control, given how it might happen. But you can put some measures in place that will help to reduce the many accidents, the reckless accidents. Even though the accidents, so if you say reckless, that's the same thing. So I think the Ministry of Public Works will have to go down there in that identical place. The speed breaker don't have to be in from Badnersville, from Kebab Badnersville intersection, going all the way. No, but that curve where they're always moving, coming up with excessive speed, going in with excessive speed and too many accidents in other areas around there, you can put the speed breakers there. So when those heavy duty trucks are coming, they will slow down. A smaller vehicle going, it will slow down. And it will help to reduce the accidents. In the absence of that, no, I hope not to be on that road. The few times I went around there on Keba in Calgary, honestly, I should be very honest with you. In Labrador, we can say my heart beating. Because a truck can just come from behind or in front with heavy speed. That identical place, I do not know why they do that. And those of you who riding for companies, the companies themselves will have to tell the people to be cautious enough. You can't be killing people, or because you are riding a heavy duty truck. And to conclude on this, what I can say, those of you who move in smaller cars, when you're on road like that, don't move with excessive speed. Take your time, because you can never tell where that truck might come from. So you're not moving with excessive speed, it could help you. It could help you. But it was nasty today. A couple of individuals died, several injured. Early this morning in Bannersville, our condolences to them, to the bereaved families, and we wish speedy recovery of those who are injured. Hope that they can get the treatment, because our hospitals are overwhelmed. No inadequate drugs, equipment. The health sector isn't catered to as it should, and it is a vital component of the country, as education. Why the lawmakers scrambling for 90,000, 50,000, 15,000, 25,000. Hope that they can get treated and get out, as well as people who are going through terrible times in all of the hospitals. You're listening to Real Talk on Kings 88.5 with me, Sam Andrews. Let's have your say on this one. Then we move to the other issue we've got to talk about. They said it and they did it. They never missed their words. They said it and they did it. We will come to that. But let's have your say on the incident. And if you were in the Badnersville area, you can share your thoughts. If you weren't, having listened to what I've said, just have your say on 0772 23 99 33 0886 30 44 97. The female line 0777 98 03 75. And have your say on Real Talk on Kings 88.5 with me, Sam Andrews. Say it real. Have your say on the incident that occurred this morning in the Badnersville area that left a couple of individuals, I'm told, dead and several injured. 0772 23 99 33 0886 30 44 97 0777 9803 75. Emmanuel Broad said, I'm sorry to hear about the accident you are talking about. May the souls of those who die rest in peace and light perpetual shine upon them. My heart are with the bereaved family. Yes, thank you, Emmanuel Broad. Who else commented on this? Thanks for the compliment. And Gabriel West said, my condolences. Thank you ever so much. And who else? Yomotro, no. Duete, what is saying that Liberia is a joke? Okay. Asata Miller, thank you. Yes. Okay. So now, let's move to the love of money. The love of money. Which room are you in? Room 1046? The love of money. That's how I call the legislature. That's the only description I can give them. The love of money. Because nothing they prioritize there but money. Nothing extra. Nothing they're doing but money. So we are all aware of what has been unfolding and stay unfolding with the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Councillor Fonati Kofa. The guys are unbending on removing him as Speaker of the House of Representatives. They've signed a resolution. According to them, the resolution is valid. The points contained in the resolution are valid. They are true. But the Speaker himself was on one of the networks, Spoon Talk, and he decided to explain a lot more. I didn't know that the Speaker will explain that way and had all those things on mind. And I soon realized that once people find themselves in a difficult situation, then they come out. And I'm told that he's coming out today again. But the guys are resolved. So they claim, all of us are aware of the claim that they brought against him. So he made it clear that his law firm, he got no legal representation for any of those institutions. As a lawyer, his law firm will provide no legal services of those institutions they claim he's providing legal services to through his law firm while he's Speaker of the House of Representatives. Liberia Maritime Authority, the National Fisheries Authority, Liberia Telecommunications Authority, the National Social Security and Welfare Corporations, among others. According to him, the law firm had a retainer with LPRC, and the last time they offered a legal service was in 2016. That all of these claims are not true. The guides, according to him, his colleagues did not do due diligence to investigate before coming out with all of those things. Have a listen to the speaker.
The law firm said they do have a retainer with Liberia Petroleum Refinery Company currently. They've had that, I think, for 3 years or so. That's what they said. The last time the law firm represented Liberia Maritime Authority was in 2016. They have not had a relationship with them since that. They have never represented the National Fisheries Authority. They have never represented the Liberian Telecommunications Authority. They have never represented NASCO. Senator Savings and Loan is a private business that I divested in 2023 when I became Speaker. They do have a retainer relationship with the central bank, and I think that has been for 3 years, is what they said. They have never represented Rabat International Airport. They have never represented the National Port Authority. They have never represented the National Oil Company of Liberia. They do have a relationship with B Mountain Company. They have never represented the Western clusters. They just put these things in there to just throw it to make it look big. But you didn't even do the fundamental research. All these institutions have managing directors, have employees that they can verify. So you didn't even do the minimum verification to find my affiliation, and you threw it there. Besides that, you can get no testimony, and I defy anybody to bring a testimony where I sat down with a lawmaker, with one of these entities as a lawyer representing them or as a consultant. It just has not happened. So this is not true, and this is not correct. Why is it this way? When the 55th came in, I was proud to be elected as the speaker of a lot of some of those new members. Because they told me, look, Speaker, we don't want to do business as usual. We want to be an independent body. We don't want all this corruption, everything going around the legislature all the time. We want, at the end of our 6 years, we should be respected so we can be re-elected. But what happened? We're in a difficult environment where the Liberian people impose on the lawmaker a very tough task. If you're the lawmaker, you got to be the person who provide the medical care, you have to pay the rent, and you have to pay the other things. And that has constraints on the lawmaker. What happens with the lawmaker and his full salary and his hustle? You know what people tell them? At this point, you got to begin to compromise the integrity you came here with. Because people will come, especially some of my colleagues, the crafty ones from the 54. We can't tell you how to make money. These individuals gave me a mandate, say, Speaker, make us different. So I'm managing these things because I know my colleagues from the 54, the veterans who understand when the budget comes. Speaker, before we tell the budget, who tell the president that you will give us X amount of millions of dollars? No, I'm not going to do that. Speaker, we have even an example. All of these I'll be able to provide concrete. Where lawmaker comes to me and says, Speaker, we have these 9 presidential bills. We are negotiating with the Ministry of State for $150,000 to pass these bills. I called the minister and said, don't pay them. And I told my colleague, do not ask these executive branch agencies for money. When you start doing that, they will not respect you.
So he maintains that the guides are against him because he is open to have the House of Representatives audited, and that he remains firm and unbending on his decision to make sure that happens.
Although I committed myself to doing an audit, this is the reason why when the first time I saw this outturn was when the budget was submitted to us. It is not true that any member as was exerted last Sunday came to me to discuss issue of outturn. And I will show you the hypocrisy in a minute. When I saw this, I called my staff. They gave me the evidence of this money movement. And I will produce screenshots and documents to that effect at my trial of how money was moved. So I said, no, I don't want to implicate anyone. But what I would do, we must do the audit. So now they have even extended it to 2022. So we'll be asking the GAC, instead of just 2023 audit, to 2022 and 2023 to see what happened here. I'm not a financial expert. I'm not just going to throw charges. So I just want the public that this GAC audit will happen as I mandated. I wanted to see it at the end of 2025. I mean, at the end of October. That's what precipitated the fast hurry of spreading this resolution around. To prevent it, I want the audit. There was even testimony on Sunday that I prevented the audit. I want you to call the Auditor General of the Republic of Liberia. When the auditors were chased from here, when I was in the States, the GAC called me to complain because they sent them 31 questions to answer. So one look at those questions, they got scared. They drove the people here from coming to open a shop here. They will call a name to you, did that. They will call a name to you. And we have their testimony, their letter that was written to me as to who drove them from this campus. And ever since we have been trying to negotiate with the few that this audit must happen, that the House of Representatives must be audited. I signed that contract. It was one of my campaign pledges. We have had difficulty in doing that because we have the resistance to change is monumental in this job.
So the speaker feels betrayed. He said when he saw the resolution and the names that his eyes caught, he felt betrayed. In essence, he didn't expect those names or those individuals to come up against him. Well, he's right, but it shouldn't be a surprise to him. Couple of things we can pick up from there. One, no one likes a person. Nobody likes a person. Be it in office, at business center, whatever. No one likes a person. Hold on to that. Stick that in your mind. Two, in the office, it is all about the job and not friendship. We can have camaraderie, office, morale, getting together, getting things done, working to get the job done. But the office is not a friendship place. So if you put your trust in a friend of friends and without having a fallback position, if something happens, you'll be surprised. Like he said, he was surprised. Tell it. Nobody is trusted on earth. Nobody, absolutely, is trusted. But everybody appears to be trusted. You know why? Because we see each other physically, but we do not see the heart. It is based on that God said, the heart of man is desperately wicked. Who can discern it thereof except he, God, who created the heart? Fourthly, look at almost, if you got the time, and if you can do, look at all of the betrayers or some of the betrayers, if not all. How did it go? People who were closed. Even Jesus himself, who betrayed Jesus? A person he trusted. A man he placed his trust in. Betrayed him. Then one of those who was close to him betrayed him. What did he say? He said, "The one our kids," meaning I'm going to affix my signature. You treat everybody, lastly, with skepticism. Everybody in every situation you treat with skepticism. It doesn't say you are faithless, you aren't friendly. you aren't human, you are self-centered. No, it only means you are mature and knowing that on the earth, anything can change. There are too many stimuluses working against us. Now, one of the stimuluses is what we're talking about that got the speaker, the number against him. Money. Money. And what did the very God who created us, what did he say? Money is the root of all evil. So the evil befell him from the money. So what's the surprise there? That is why I don't even want to play that tape, because it's too low, it's too petty of the speaker, somebody who has a doctorate degree in law. But I can understand and also sympathize with him on the other end. Oh, yes. You can be surprised. It is the normal. Once it involves money, which is one of the stimuluses to changing people's intent or feelings or desire, it will happen. So he said he felt betrayed, but I don't think he was betrayed. He wasn't skeptical enough. He made himself vulnerable. He felt that as the speaker and the melting pot of the House of Representatives, he will get things working favorably for almost all, even though he has his own human problem, his own problem he has as a human, as a lawyer, as a speaker. But he felt that, yes, he could, and he admitted that. He also talked about how the guys, and I told you people, he said it, that they waited for him to go out of the country before they start. Why would it take you to understand a syndicate? I told you people that thing was planned. Yeka helped him, but he didn't keep his ears to the ground. So he's just ranting, acting like he's vexed, he's uncomfortable, when he himself weren't sensitive enough. As much as he is the speaker, it doesn't say that he's infallible. He allowed himself, he felt that he could satisfy everybody. Now he talked about if he survives this and what's going to happen, there are going to be reform, there are going to be changes. And what was he referring to? That he's going to make changes to some of those things, some of those appointments that he made, because he said it. He said he's going to look at some of those appointments, committees. You see that? So he messed himself, or he placed himself in such a messy situation. And now he's complaining. You can leave yourself vulnerable. And this is not only for the speaker, everybody who is in leadership. Accept this. Take you from it. Whether a large business or no matter the size, leadership is just leadership. Whether you are a president, vice president, a business person, whatever it is, a leadership that you have, and you will have to be very careful how you go about it. The same people that said, Hosanna, Hosanna in the highest, were the same people that said, crucify him. Let his blood be on us and on our children. They were simply saying, get that man off. We don't need him any longer. The same thing they're doing to the speaker. Then he's saying that he's surprised. Yes, from a human perspective, yeah, because we are all humans. It hurts when you feel betrayed, especially when you're not even thinking about a person or persons who will ever do that against you. It breaks you down. You are disturbed. You lose balance. It will take a while for you to have that recollection mentally. But as a literate person, you know that. They were yelling all over the place, Speaker. The same people. Worst of all, people from his own party will stab him in the back, CDC. And people from his own party. Enemy, it's always enemy within, not enemy without. Moreover, nobody succeeds against a given person or institution using another person who does not know, who is not an insider. The outsider always use insider. So CDC lawmakers too join. They may have a legitimate claim, and you have to respect their rights. You can't go against them simply because they are party people or party representatives. Individually, they may see it. It's not about a party. It's about the legislature. You have to look at it from that perspective too. They are from CDC, but they may look at it from a legislative standpoint, which they are looking at it, how the speaker will go about with his leadership, how he conducts himself. What is it that he has been doing that they have kept silent and waited for a time? You have to be careful. You have to respect them, rather. It is their right. It's not about party. They're not discussing party thing in the legislature. They're discussing the livelihood of Liberia. Yeah. Yeah. They are discussing the livelihood of Liberia. Okay. So let me remind you that we will be relaying the appearance of the Speaker of the 55th Legislature on OK Conversation on OK FM at 5 p.m. He will be there. And journalist and veteran journalist and lawyer A.B. Wynn will be on that panel, one of the lead panelists. You don't want to miss that conversation. A.B. Wynn, a veteran journalist and lawyer, will be there. It's going to be unique because, listen, this is, one of the reasons we don't get things really working in terms of enjoying the interviews, because our country, no specialty. No specialty. Somebody hinted, it said, oh, but Sam Andrew, the Minister of Finance, blah, 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 blah. It's about financial man. So even if they say, go over there to go, what kind of question I'm going to ask him? I'm not financial man. Throughout my journalism, I don't go to any place that I have absolutely no idea or limited idea. I run on specialty. What I'm telling you, it's going to be interesting. That's why I'm highlighting AB, because he is a lawyer. The person whom they are going to interview is a lawyer. And the issue, the fulcrum or the bedrock of this whole thing centers on legality. I'm not disputing, I'm not condemning the rest of the people. That's not what I'm saying. I'm only telling you that from his perspective is going to be unique. Because, one of the reasons, what did he say in his first interview? Yeah, he said he holds a PhD in law, meaning he was just trying to joke that, oh, look, if they take their job or they can take their job, I can sit down. I am a seasoned lawyer. I can either go to the Louis Arthur Graham School of Law, lecture, or run several consultancies. I don't have to be speaker, and all of those things. So it's going to be unique this evening. Follow 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock, we will be relaying. AB is on the panel as one of the lead to post all of the hard questions to the speaker. I hope that he wouldn't get jitter, because interview like this, the person, but the men are lawyer. The men are lawyer, so he won't get jitters. So just so you know, keep tuned to Kings FM 88.5. We will relay OKFM the appearance of the Speaker of the 55th Legislature, who is fighting everything, putting everything out and in to maintain his position as the Speaker of the House of Representatives, while his colleagues, too, are doing everything they can to get him out. You don't want to miss that conversation on Kings 88.5. That will be 5 o'clock. We'll be relaying OKFM at 5 o'clock. All right. So you can have your say now on 0772-2399-33, 0886-3044-97, 0772-0375, 0772-2399-33, 0886 3044-97, 077 0777, the female line, 0777 980375 to have your say on the show with Ms. M. Andrews, have him talk about what is unfolding with the speaker before we move to the University of Liberia. 0772 2399 33, 0886 3044 97. Hello. Yes, let's hear you.
As you say that Jesus Christ own people betraying, that's how the people doing here. So Liberia is a Christian country. No, it's not a Christian country. It's a country that people can take Jesus Christ in front of their heart behind it. Then later on say, let Jesus Christ be crucified. You see what the people do to their own men? They all see weak. But we have made our seven money we have for 8 years. I don't know becoming a today. So my blood was up to 8 years. From there, my blood went to FKD between Darrell Dillon and Tipa. When the campaign was coming, the people were throwing all out. That. But still, I be SPC. So, that's why what happened today. We still thank you.
Your verse with T5?
I am with you now.
Why are you vexed with him?
Because nearly I almost died for his business when we campaign for him between he and Darrell Dillon to SKD. We're coming, the people were still out. Still more are coming down. My own side, a big but not too big. But what about the people that die in local for Tifa business? Oh, Liberia.
Okay, Chief. Thank you. Hello.
Hey, how are you, sir? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Your name and where you call from?
Yeah, this is Edmond Carr, the visually impaired guy that keeping broadcast video fire to deliver.
Let's hear you, Mr. Carr.
Yeah, sir, I may agree with you when you talk about our party saying that betray us. We are in a human flesh. Even Jesus himself, he felt some frustration at the cross because he was in the flesh. But when we're in the flesh, we will always be betrayed. I felt like that because these are guys that we feel that, they could have been on the side of their brother. If even they have some differences, they should have flagged it up. But as long as there is some financial inducement, there are differences is swear under the carpet. That is the problem we have with them. So if the party, that's why the party is not determining what you do, but when the party notice that you are going the wrong way, they will make you because where you will hear all money exchange, people are collecting, so we decided to checkmate our party to see whether they can listen to us. That was the staple of the party. We don't dictate to you what you do. So what you do,
Mr. Kai, your line is cracking.
Yeah, that is, you know, that is something we say now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you know, when you go, you start with the very rescue team that we have been talking about their mistake to share $750,000 US or $1.2 million, where you are accusing you are where on a daily basis people are jumping in there and saying you guys are having people or the struggle of the people has increased. We will see our policy joining these people to distribute among themselves on the street. Okay. That was the disappointment of the party. As a fanatic Kofa, you are right. At some point in time, they should have kept the ears on the ground to listen to what was going on. Because as long as he was doing these things, he should have been aware that people were going to come after him. And if people are coming after you, should have been in a position to respond right away. But however, where we are, I foresee a long ride. At the end of it, we will be the victim. But in the long run, I know at some point in time, somebody will give him. And when that time comes, you will see. Somebody will give him.
You think he will survive it?
If he survives it, he will operate a hostile house. That's because listening to what he is putting also, even a man frustration from so many things. Because something that he will put up in the whole thing if he survives it. Because if he survives it, he will preside over a hostile house and see it. Yes. Yes.
All right, sir.
Because some of the people will visit the anger that will confine in you. You put everything on fire. So yeah, we will come, but we will not be able to fully live. I don't really know. I can't really dictate the future of that house.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Kai.
Give him and walk away.
Thank you. Hello. Hello.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, my brother Saint Andrew.
Good afternoon, Man CC. You are the one.
Yes. Thank you for the recognition. Yeah. Welcome to Kiss FM, my brother.
Let's hear you.
Welcome. Yes, myself, Andrew, thank you for the show this afternoon. I want to ask our Lord because for the CDC party, what is their problem? What their problem? What they want to move Francisco and join the reposition to move Francisco because you said they should already hot that the party they okay for example, say Andrew. If they done wrong, like you see, if I said it to you people, they should have called him for meeting. And said to him, ask him what his problem. He expressed yourself to him. Not about going in public to sell money, to potential to pay for, to sell for money that gets to do with John Young, to move Kofa. They were wrong in that direction. But trust me, let me go in a rain and sun. So then we are suffering here. You want to move one man and you teach out money. And if you want to do a school, look, trust me, all those that put their hand on that paper and receive that money. And what we tell you them, we'll look in our faces and spit in our faces. And we'll tell you no more. We talk about to capital. But when they did to us, in do it.
So where y'all do that one on my CC? Y'all go to the Capitol building?
Yes. When that paper come, for all those staff, I mean about one only lazy character. So remove them because when they were wrong, you understand they betray the party. If they don't run, and not know, not satisfy you, call them men for meeting, but to join the people and sell money because you see it was in your best situation where you're supposed to eat it.
Yeah. The people say money exchange, but the speaker guy on a problem too much to see. You're not seeing it from that side too, eh?
The problem he got because when you say, if the government do anything that interest in the people, I will do it as well. And when you get wrong, what you get for is the work. When you get your side, for is the moment you must go join and take brand. Do you love us? Say, Andrew, you didn't love us? No, not love us. It was super. Everybody are better to be people that in that house. Did I tell you? We'll put it for a reason to speak for us. We're suffering here. People living their job. Not getting salary on time. They're crying. You tell me, to move from there. That was your problem. How do you trust me? Going to the even when the people are so much to possibly try to go. No, look at that leg at Pedro. I know Pedro Masale from Kema. I almost died for her business. You understand?
Hannah, why you almost died for her business? What were you doing?
Kema. who went to Kema
To campaign?
save her. Yes. And she had no money. She had no money. We said we want to Kema with campaign. And when they said she was small, to go in her house, we were at the court. They couldn't beat us at that place.
She part of the people who want money to speak on?
Yes, she sang. She sang. Go there, look at the listing. She sang.
No, that you are depending on the tell me that you see you saw the late Mazizi.
No, Papa, they are really looking at it. So I'm telling you now. But yeah, my son, no, I do answer. I'm downhearted. I'm downhearted with shopping, but I will follow my son. Maybe not see them, but I'm not seeing them with shopping. I want you that in school with crying. Then you share it with the people there. So take it as a brand.
Yeah,
no, but for the night coming. It's so bad. It hurts me.
Yeah, I know
yes.
how you're feeling. I know,
yes.
I can sense that.
No,
yeah.
But you all want to play for Andrew. Right, you all want to play for
and my sister. So yeah, higher business. The business running as it was. How is it?
No, my friend Andrew, when I was sick, the phone was that place. The family put that place for me, and I get a place to sell now. When I had my daughter, I had my daughter to sell. My little small to a place here. They all for 2 years. What you no, my daughter was happy yet. I'm not doing the couple business. They put that for me. The money was happy there. They said the one I play. Andrew, I can't find it. And I play. I barely play with my own money. Went to the people, but when the person that they must play, so I get this for them. They give me I get problem. I'm not happy. I know what I will get. The money to sell. Thank you.
Thank you, man, Sisi. Have a nice day. 0772 23 99 33 0886 30 44 97. The female line 0777 98 03 75 0777 98 03 75. At 5 o'clock, we will relay OKFM. The speaker, Fonati Kofa, will be on with several journalists. One of them is the head of this institution, veteran journalist and lawyer, A.B. William, will be there to quiz the speaker on several issues. You don't want to miss it. The relay is on Kings 88.5. Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Yeah. You on the air, Mama. You on the air.
I'm Felicia.
Felicia?
I say Agnes here.
Oh, Agnes. Yeah, let hear you, Agnes.
Yeah, our people will vote for the people then to rescue to we put them in the house for them to see our interest. But they don't they call them, they betray us. The reason why they betray us was because we voted for them to see our interest. Our children are not in school. Our children are not in school. No money for others. But they define money, they just to beating money on the dog maker them. And we our children are in school. Meanwhile, my children are not in school. No food for us to eat.
But
so that's the problem there in the country here.
So which
they king to rescue, but they don't king to rescue, the king to stop us.
Which district you in? Which district you living in?
District 17.
District 17. Who you are representing? What are representing name?
DJ Blue.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but at least DJ Blue doing some things over there. Ain't he doing some things over there? He carrying on some developments there.
Yeah, but we see, I will call you over radio to talk. What a development, what China school, then a development. Hello?
Yeah, I'm listening to you, Mama.
That the parents are watching and not in school. We go market, no business, we suffering in the country here. The people then they stay in our house, they define money. They think cutting off. What I mean, kind of voting like that without the president are not voting for them. Thank you.
When you hear the kind of money they taking it can really make you very bad way. Oh.
Yeah, but the president get bad way for the president there, and we let in the country here, and we say we're not voting for nobody. They go to that place to go for them for us to, and we not go there. It will be all right in the country here. When we say we've been going there every time the people be making fun out of us. And
Okay.
you see?
Yeah, I feel for you, man. Yeah. Have a nice day. Hello.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. Thank you. And you?
I'm fine. This is Austin Wule from District 13.
Austin Wule.
Yes.
Let's hear you.
Okay. I appreciate you for the show that allow us to have our view on the air. But you see what the saga is going on at Capitol Hill? Okay, brother, you getting me?
Yeah, I'm listening to you.
For me, I think Honorable Speaker deserves what he's going through. If he survives, he will learn from that.
You want him to survive it, or he should get out?
Yeah, I want him to survive it. But I think what I'm saying, I say he deserves what he's going through, but if he survives, then he will learn from that. Well, you can't be an opposition speaker. We're not saying that you should fight the executive face to face or anything they put on the floor, be it good or bad or be it good, you must deny it. But you cannot be an opposition speaker from the opposition blood. And knowing the fact that the very first day you were elected, the noise came out from the ruling party that they now wanted you were an American, you were this and that. It was the voices of the people, the cry, the tension of which Mr. Bwaga slowed down. You've forgotten to know that the man is still after you. He's going to other countries. He's running behind him as like you took his back. Now the man took you up this country and plotted his people to undermine you. Now today it is coming after you. But all we say to our people, for me, I'm looking at Bwaga Hesino, even if he has it there with under, I don't care. But those guys I'm looking and responsible for is those ungrateful lawmakers from our party.
Okay.
Those ungrateful lawmakers. And the problem is the party, I don't know the position statement of our party concerning these guys that left at the camp.
Okay, Chief.
Party men, when it is time for election, it is started men.
Thank you very so much. Let's move to the female line. Hello. Hello. You are on the air.
Hello?
Yeah, you are on the air.
Yeah, I'm Jay Veteran Boba. I'm calling from Keba.
Jay what?
Jay Perpetual Boba.
Okay, you calling from Keba?
Yeah.
Just around where the accident took place this morning.
Yeah.
You live close to the accident scene?
I'm a little bit far away from there, but this morning I went there this morning.
When you went there, what did you see?
Sorry.
Yeah, what did you see?
When I was coming on my way, I saw the accident.
Oh, okay. You went to church. You went to church in the morning. While going back, you met the accident scene.
Yes, I left my church on Paris. On my way coming, I bought the accident this morning.
Okay.
But when I saw in a place there, I saw one man, I think he was on motorbike. When the accident took place, but the man, well, first time when the accident took place, he was stopping car for them to haul those people to the real hospital this morning. You saw people
on the ground?
Yes, I met people on the ground.
How many people you saw lying down on the ground?
The first person that they put on the first day. The second one came to carry about 11 persons.
The 5 people they put in the taxi, they were living?
People were here. The driver died right on the scene. The driver did not survive. He died right on the spot. And then the 2 persons that were with him in front of him, they were on a critical condition, breathing one. So up to now, I don't even know if they are still living.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So let's talk what you called for.
Yes, I thought on the accident issue because for Bwaga issue, Bwaga business, in the country, our people here, they're very, very stubborn. If something starts from the beginning, your child will educate it, they will not do it to listen. So all the things again, this talking on the phone, some of our people they go for the problem. So we don't really go in I don't even go in a political issue. Because really sometimes it can help me. If somebody attitude is not hard for you, then you still force yourself to vote for that person at the result, at the answer you can get.
Oh,
But
what you mean by that? What you mean by that? What are you trying to say?
Yeah, what I'm trying to say, because our people, they are very stubborn. If that man was somebody who really insist on you from the starting of this, from the day he starts working in a drug government, nothing he can show you, nothing, absolutely nothing. So if then me the day he worked as agriculture minister, he worked off in a drug department, he did not do anything for somebody, so he don't show you any other thing. Then today he now become president. Before he become president, for educate our people, we're all in the bush, educate our people. So they think here you do force it. When they force it, that people can force something or time and then they be completed. So I get the planet talking will in the country, will do the action, will do even do anything that will make somebody to be across the country.
Okay,
so that one we don't go in our one too much because when the youngest stage will so they
all right.
yeah, that's something that we inherited from it. So but what I really call for is the accident that took place in our community was very dangerous. So really we have to the government really have to carry about accident because people lost their family. People lost their family. On a very serious note, some parents when they took people room, people going and as well market yes, that didn't happen so. The women are in a car this money, those that can get out every in the money to go buy market in relax some the ocean girls and who can go buy the ocean things. They don't want to see happen to this they did. So it made everybody get looking start in Keba. Keba not very happy. We're not very happy today.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's looking so dangerous. It made the weather just go cool. Everybody just feeling so sad. It's looking too dangerous for us. But also the government really have to cut in the accident and so then the more healthy voice there is the men who are riding the particular the truck. Nobody ever knew that the men were in the midst of what was sent over there. Their police team, they spraying the tear gas, they spraying people with all around. Then the man fought in there for rescue after the king. Then when the man went and get in the truck, he didn't get in the truck. Now when he started the truck going down there where the boss said to guys, that's when he see when the police car was received. Yeah. Okay. So the police get is so wicked to kind of arrest. You have accident, people you will not find somewhere to hide yourself. Then you will stay in the group acting that you're so sorry for the people. At the end, I people see you getting the car to stop the car.
All right, Mama.
So to start moving, so you're looking so bad.
Okay.
So I really cause so that the government will really look in a case for us to take you.
Okay. All right. Hello. You want to move away from the radio, switch it off. Just listen by way of the phone. Hello?
Hello? How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing fine.
Yeah. Yeah, my son is reading a call. Money bill.
Yeah, Nina.
Yeah, my name Muna. From District 7.
District 7. You know your lawmaker, Ni?
Yeah, Marathon.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. So you call him from West Point?
No, I'm from West Point. I'm from Bessie Street.
Okay.
Yeah, the thing was very helping me, my son, is the money. Look at him being is suffering like it. Take you guys who are here to think again. Let me say.
Hey man, she gone off. Try to call back. I'm gonna try to call back. Yeah, try to call back. I'll bring you on. Yeah, it's too painful, man. When the people hearing 15,000, 25,000, 30,000. I mean, it is a provocation that alone can lead to uprising. Oh, come on, man. Let us not try to sugarcoat anything yet. If it was another country, listen, that legislature is burning. It is a provocation. You don't do that. You don't do that with all regret. You anchor people, you put people in a position to think they are stupid. They are not scored. That life only good for you and your children. No reason why this country is underdeveloped. And no institution has kept this country underdeveloped for all those years than that place called legislature. That's why I call it the love of money. It is a provocation. If this place was a serious, not cursed country, that legislature is burning or a fini, or even some of the lawmakers were lost. Every day go sending them money. Hello?
Hello?
Your name and where you come from?
Yasisi Babe calling again. I want to send message to Kofa.
Yeah, send a message.
Yeah, I want to tell him the thing that happened to me before he betrayed CDC.
Oh, CDC, Babe, man, leave that one now. That thing finished. Just leave that one.
Any player I see here, I want that.
But I beg you, leave that one there. Just leave that one. Forgive the man. Hello?
Yes, sir. How are you? Good evening, sir.
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you. And you?
Okay. First of all, I'm Mr. Yeswa.
Mr. Yenswa, your full name?
Anthony Yeswa.
Yes, let's hear you, Anthony.
I must extend my condolences to those family that I say that bereaved. But you see, what happened here in this country, when a hustler sell you, the street will not buy you. And then those of us who the partisans, that honor mine, our speaker, let them be brought to book. And then
the speaker honor mine himself. The other people honor mine, or he honor mine himself.
But where that money coming from for them to honor mine now? Where the money coming from in the share?
Yeah, but I want to the LACC investigating. So when the investigation finish, all will know where the money coming from. The LACC say the people in bribe will accept it. If they say the people bribe, then they will tell where the money came from to bribe, and then we know what to say or do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I pray that particular money I will dish out to the other politicians. Let them investigate thoroughly. If not, if Mr. Kofa move from in that place, in that chair as a speaker, and I go.
Okay, Chief. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling. We got 30 minutes for the relay of the Speaker of the House of Representatives appearance on OKFM. So keep tuned to Kings 88.5. We'll bring you live the discussion with the Speaker, our board's veteran journalist and lawyer, A.B. William, will be amongst the panelists. And it's good that he is a lawyer, so he will know the legal implications of all of those things. The lawyers have been giving their input. Yeah, the other one say no. The other one say due process. The other one say, oh, it can be due process this way. The politicians too are weighing in. The debate is so interesting. That's why intellectualism is good. Lawyer A.B. William will be there to ask those hard political and legal questions to the speaker. So it's at 5 o'clock. So we'll have to make way so the technical people can set up. But let's talk briefly what unfolded today. It is the first time in the history of Liberia. Thank you, all of you who called. You spice up the first lap of it. Sorry, we can go into the second because we've got the relay coming on. So it is the first of its kind in Liberia. The launch of the doctoral program of the University of Liberia since its founding in 1862. Liberia College, then it was, when it was established, it was called Liberia College. Not until 1951 when it became a full university, and then it moved on to the University of Liberia. So check the years from 1862 to 1951. You see, the first time that the program, the doctoral program, will be at the University of Liberia. So yes, and then the Student Unification Party, so didn't miss their words. They said that the president, they had earlier warned him not to go there. They stated several reasons why they don't want him on the campus, that he shouldn't have stepped foot there as the visitor to the university. But in spite of that, the president went through, and then he participated in the program and left. But there were skirmishes. Students were agitating, throwing stones. Police were trying to prevent them. So they had this scuffle between some students and the police. There were a couple of skirmishes, throwing of rocks here and there or stones, because they did not want the president there. So they felt that because he has the security, he bulldozed his way through, they will make him uncomfortable by creating an uneasy scene. It has always been that way. Those guys never miss their words. If they say this, they mean it, and they will do it. They did it, even though Bwaka attended the ceremony, but they show that truly what they said, they went into action. That's what unfolded today. So all of you who express your vexation or vent out your anger, you're right. The legislature, the guys are greeted, whether CDC, Unity Party, MPC, ANC, all of the guys over there. The description is not about party. All of the legislators, all of those guys over there, you can't single out any one of them as being extra. All the guys in the Senate, all the guys in the House of Representatives, except my hasty generalization. And it is, the reality proved me right, because nothing you hear over there about, nothing extra about money, 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 money. And listen, you guys are right to do what you're doing because you see stupidity in the people's faces. Why the guys in other countries can do it? Because they know Liberia is a softly country. So you think when you do all of those things, nothing happen, nothing come of it? Yes, truly nothing happen. You go with impunity. You get in your latest model of cars, you ride around. In other countries, you do this kind of thing. Lawmakers, you will be stupid enough to be running around the street. You're living in a free country. You're relaxed. So you abuse the people. You exploit them. You say anything. You do anything you want to do. You take any amount of money because nothing going to happen. Because in a free country, relax. You dare do it in other country. Like your death news will appear, or you see other place burning. And you saw in Kenya what the guys did in Kenya. And so all of you people are watching it in your offices, at your homes, on your DSTV, Al Jazeera, BBC. But the time is coming, you'll continue. God himself will make you people vulnerable. God himself will punish you people. You'll continue to sit inside there, you'll call yourselves honorable. What better honorable? You're exploiting the people, and that is a curse. That thing, it can even affect your child, your children. If it doesn't affect you, because God has a way of punishing. He can use that. You will get all the money, you exploit people. And the one that you love in your family the most, God can take it so that you use all the money on that person. Just how we see in this country. It happened. People taking money from that legislature. What happened when God got ready? The one that they love the most, that one went that easy. I'm not praying for devil, but I'm just telling you that God can punish. If you think, oh, we're talking here, they're not but God looking at everybody, he sees everything. Because he created everybody to treat everybody right. He hates injustice. This is complete injustice to the core with all regret. And so it may punish. God can punish. He can allow you to go through pains. You suffer. Sometimes you travel in a plane crash, you die. Or you go in by car, accident, you leave there. Then all the money leave behind. Absolute nonsense. And you call yourself honorable. What better honorable? You stop that. The people elected you. They both risked their lives. They stood on that line or in that queue for hours on a sun. At some point in time, rain fell. Crippled people, visually impaired, all because they want to have good life. And you have to fulfill your part while they initiate it. That's why they said democracy. The people get on the line, they vote for you, and then you improve their lives through the legislation that you were brought for and every other thing. But you go down there, you use 10 months to just fight for money. What is that? What kind of country is this? You sit there, you continue to do it. You will know. It will turn bitter in your mouths. And those other ones who sit in there call themselves representative women. What a shame. What a shame. You sitting down there signing for 15,000. You call yourself honorable. You go sit down in house to just sign for 15,000. Then you think you be girl or you be legislator. That's stealing. You're stealing from the people. You're stealing from the Liberian people. That broad day, literal stealing there. That's why they call literal stealing. You think you know books so you can manipulate. But it has a way of coming back to you. No disrespect to all the women. I'm not talking to all of the women. There are a lot of good women. There are a lot of women who maintain their character, their reputation. I'm talking about those ones who, in that place, call themselves female legislators, stooping so low for 15,000 because they get 15,000. Because in Liberia, when you get a house and you get some in a position, you see it as opportunity now because we have heard it. We have heard conversations. You better hurry on and pull something down, get something that land quick, and start building something. Two things in Liberia, the people can fight for you. House, you build a house, which is not bad, it's good. But get legitimate money. Don't exploit the people. Don't stab the people in the back. Don't keep the people in abject poverty. The money coming, then you put it, you should be rich. Then they should be at your feet, begging you. And listen, and they're collecting the money, you continue to go to them. And they can be complaining. Oh, the people coming to us. That is one of the reasons why they can get for increasing money. They say that you can beg them. When they open the gate in the morning, they see you're all over. Yes, you continue to do it because they get it. No legislator, no senator, no representative should tell you that they don't have money. They get the money. You ask them, let them get it. Only thing you're not force it, but you'll be in front of their gates, in front of their car, everywhere. You're embarrassed them. They will stop stealing. Because if they stop stealing, they ain't getting money. Everybody will know that they ain't getting money. But they're showing to the whole world that they get money. Nonsense. Greedy people. No character, no integrity. The same people were condemning the other people who were there. Oh, when we get to the legislature, we change everything. I'm not going into that legislature for money. I love my people. My people are suffering. I'm getting into that legislature to improve my people's life. They go there 5,000, they confused. 10,000. They start signing in no time. I'm not solely about the speaker thing. The speaker thing is just one of several. Year in year, if you are a citizen and you've been in this country and you've been following Liberia's politics and that legislature, you will not tell me that I'm lying. Nothing has ever come good of that legislature. The only thing that dominates that legislature, both houses, money. They're justifying everything. They're justifying in the budget. It is what it is. The other government let it there, and there's and there. The budget out there. People telling you you're stupid. You will go stay online again. Yeah, look at the district, various districts. What happening there? What happening there? Nothing. They're taking their 15,000, their 20,000. But they think, the other one, it choke you big time. They want, you will show, you will confess. Greedy people, nonsense people called legislators. What a shame. No balls, no character. Tiny legislators. Tiny. Subservient legislators. Just stooping low for small money all over the place. Some of them, empty heads. They know nothing. They're just there. And when people want to call in an honorable, then you see them. They put their shoulders up. Ever. Like, bro, a country that cares country for you. I see you, man. We got the relay coming up at 5 o'clock on OKFM. We'll be relaying OKFM. Our chief and veteran journalist and lawyer, A.B. Williams, is one of the lead panelists with the Speaker of the House of Representatives who are fighting for survival. Will be there at 5. So thank you ever so much. This is how we go home on the show. Real Talk on Kings 88.5 with me, Sam Andrews, on this 23rd day of October 2024. The year is gradually going to an end. It's gradually going to an end. Oh, yes, it's gradually going to an end. Okay, that's it. That's all the time. What is unfolding here? The guys are just greedy people, greedy people, greedy. They just stoop so low. Okay, something. What is happening? Oh God. Greedy guys. Greedy lawmakers. Amen. Okay. So this is how we go home on the show. We're back tomorrow, if God permits. Thank you ever so much for spicing it up. Don't forget, 5 o'clock, we relay OKFM. A.B. Wynn is on as one of the lead panelists on that interview with the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Councillor Dr. J. Fonanti Kofa. The man has a doctorate degree in law. Okay, so we see you. My name is Sam Andrews. Shalom.
When somebody tells you all FM stations are the same, they haven't been listening. 88.5 FM is totally different. That's why true music lovers make a big switch. And because you have a winner taste, 88.5 FM is your only station.
You copy from soundappearance.com. Chagas photo. I'm a run on the one that get. Create a flex so that bump call a link.